Let's take a live look outside with the Mission Ridge camera. Lots of travel this afternoon. People going back and forth. The interstate's looking pretty busy right now. Let's check the forecast with Clay. Rain is going to complicate traffic tomorrow, right, Clay?
Yeah, that's right, Calvin. So I hope you've enjoyed the last couple of days of nice dry weather because changes are coming for your Wednesday and Thursday. So enjoy the rest of your Tuesday. Already in the 60s here in Atlanta, Montgomery, Chattanooga right at 58 degrees. But I'm thinking it's a little bit warmer. Again, this was the observation the last hour. So the last 10 minutes or so, we got a new observation of 64 now in Chattanooga. So those temperatures are continuing to rise. This is just taking a little time to update. And Dalton and Murphy also in the 60s. And as we take a look at your lunch cast, again, if you're heading out, there's a couple of clouds around, but it is going to be one of those days where you might want to just sit on the balcony, enjoy your lunch, and just have a good rest of your day because we are going to climb into the mid 60s. Of course, it is going to be much warmer than normal ahead of this cold front. So that warm, moist air kind of getting pulled out of the Gulf of Mexico. After this front passes, it will turn cooler into your weekend. So a slight cool down on the way. And of course, the big story, you're going to be tracking out these showers that are going to move in late Wednesday into your Thursday. And of course, the best chance of rain probably after about 7 or 8 p.m. tomorrow evening. So most of your Wednesday more than likely going to be dry. And then we're going to have the main event coming through Thursday morning, just in time for that morning commute. So let's track it all out. Again, the rest of the day, cloud cover will start to gradually build in, especially to our west. And as we go into your Wednesday morning, it's going to be relatively mild. Temperatures starting out in the upper 40s with some cloud cover building in throughout the day. Then we're going to have a warm front kind of bump to the north. So that's really going to help those temperatures ramp up. In fact, I wouldn't be completely surprised if someone hit 70 degrees on Wednesday afternoon, especially if we can get some breaks in those clouds. And then by the evening hours, we'll have a few showers starting to rotate through. Again, going to be pretty scattered activity tomorrow evening. Maybe some rain for your evening home to work. But then we're going to be tracking the main event, which is going to be this cold front tracking across the state. This will bring some rain beginning around 5 o'clock to our plateau communities and back into western Tennessee and mid-Tennessee, and then going into Thursday morning we'll continue to track out these showers, and by about midday it looks like this is going to wrap up pretty quickly from west to east. And there is going to be a severe potential off to our southwest, so Mississippi, Louisiana, Arkansas, kind of the usual suspects that have severe weather are going to be dealing with this. Fortunately for us, this is going to move through overnight, so we're not going to have a lot of daytime heating to provide extra fuel to these storms. So by the time this pushes through, we're just going to be dealing with some rain because that severe threat going to dump back to the north or south, along the Gulf Coast as we go into your Thursday. So that's good news for us, but it does look like we're going to have a nice soaker come through, about a half of an inch of rain, maybe less, and maybe more in some of the isolated pockets of heavier downpours that form tomorrow evening. But overall, we are going to get a decent amount of rain from this, and of course, temperatures are going to remain mild through Thursday, Friday back to 62, and there's that cool down we're talking about. It's going to be very brief because it looks like by next Monday, we're already going to be back into the 60s, and that kind of makes sense because the overall trend through the middle of the month favoring warmer than normal temperatures for much of the Tennessee Valley and all of the East Coast. So it looks like we could have several more 60-degree days in the future, and we've already had 17 since the meteorological start of winter on December 4th, 27 days in the 50s, which is about where we should be, only a couple of days below 30. So far this winter, it's been warmer than average, and that's what we were kind of thinking at the beginning, and so far it's panned out that way. And today, of course, no exception, 67, partly cloudy and warm. As for tonight, we dropped to 49, mostly cloudy and mild. And for your next 7 days, of course, the rain moves in Wednesday into Thursday, cooler for your Friday. Mountain snow possible early Saturday morning, going to be too warm here in the valley. And then Sunday and Monday, plenty of sunshine with temperatures climbing back to the 60s, Calvin.
Okay, thank you, Clay.